Hey guys, we're back here. We're going to be doing Revelation 15 right now. The last video we went through Revelation 14 and we saw the three angels' messages, and then we saw God's last warning because he does not want anyone to be burned up in the lake of fire or at the second coming. I mean, God and through his son is trying to save all of us, you guys. So we're all going to hear that message, and we're either going to accept it or we're going to reject it. And if we accept it, we're going to look into it and we're going to study it and learn it and do it by the Spirit of God. So let's look at 15. This is a short chapter. Okay, and it says, "And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of God." You see, guys, that's another thing. Every time we see 7, we see 7 churches, 7 seals, 7 trumpets, 7 plagues. 7 is God's number for completeness or totality or the fullness of the capacity. Like if I was to say, heat the furnace, like King Nebuchadnezzar, when he said heat the furnace 7 times, that means heat it to its capacity, to its maximum. So the 7 last plagues are the fullness, the totality of God's wrath. Okay, that's what it is, and it tells us even that right here. It says the 7 angels had the 7 last plagues. And notice what they are. For in the 7 last plagues is filled up the wrath of God. It's the entire wrath of God. So that's a huge clue right there. Anytime you see 7, it's the totality, the complete history, the fullness. So let's look at verse 2. It says, "And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass." Man, I still don't know what the sea of glass is. I kind of, imagine different things. It's just beautiful. I don't even want to. I don't know what it is for sure, but let's keep looking. It says, "For the sea of glass mingled with fire." So it's got some type of reflection from the glory of God, is what it looks like. "And them that had gotten the victory over the beast and over his image and over his mark." So you guys, that's getting the victory over the Roman Catholic Church system and over the United States church and state system and over his mark, which is Sunday, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of God. Verse 3, "And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of God, and the song of the Lamb, saying, Great and marvelous are thy works, Lord God Almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints. Who shall not fear thee, O Lord, and glorify thy name? For thou only art holy, for all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest." Oh, wow. "And after that I looked, and behold, the temple of the tabernacle of the testimony in heaven was opened." You guys, that is the most holy place. That's when the angels come out of the most holy. This is when the judgment is done. God the Father and the Son of God, the investigated judgment is complete, and all people that have been professed to be believers in God have been judged, both living and the dead. Okay? So yeah, it's right after judgment. That's when we're going to see the doors opened. And notice what happens. "And the 7 angels came out of the temple, having the 7 plagues. They were clothed in pure and white linen." We know all God's creatures, and they all wear the white linen. That's the righteousness of Christ, the character of God. That's the white robes. "And having their breasts girded with golden girdles." Oh man, I can't even imagine how beautiful that's going to look. "And one of the 4 beasts gave unto the 7 angels," notice this, 7 golden vials full of the wrath of God, who liveth forever and ever. "And the temple was filled with smoke from the glory of God." You see that? It was filled with smoke from the glory of God and from his power. And no man was able to enter into the temple till the 7 plagues of the 7 angels were fulfilled. See, nobody could enter back into that temple until the 7 last plagues were poured out. Because you guys, after all that's done, then Jesus comes to pick up his people. The time of trouble has ended. Everybody that still has sin in them dies. And then the living and the dead are taken up to heaven. And then after that, it's opened back up for us. But, oh man, that's incredible. But that was a quick verse. More like an intro to the 7 last plagues. And we will do chapter 16 in my next video. So, alright you guys, this was a short one. But God bless. Let's continue to read, let's study, and let's get the Spirit of Christ in us, you guys, so that we can overcome all the sin that's in our life. So, God bless, and we'll see you next video.